everybody, Skinny K here again, bringing you a hidden gem from a slasher movie from the 70s. And you know those are rare, right? We don't have a lot of slasher movies. And we've got Halloween from 1978, which was the prototype for all the other slasher movies to come after that, equals a final girl, equals nudity, horny teenagers, they get fucked up and killed by a masked killer, usually stronger than a normal human being or even supernatural, like Loomis shooting Michael Myers and saying, I shot him 6 times, I shot him in the heart, I shot him in the chest, he's not human, you know? So that was a little bit my bad Loomis impression. Now you've got A Bay of Blood in the 70s. You've got Black Christmas. You've got Alice, Sweet Alice. Now this movie is called Frightmare from 1981. Gets a 6.2 on IMDb. It gets a 6.5, and I'm actually almost wanting to give it a 7. Because it's super creepy. It's super creepy. Basically, I'm not gonna give the ending away because it's very fucked. What you're gonna get in this movie, it sets in London. The movie starts in a black and white. In black and white picture. In the past, a man goes to knocks on a trailer, and he is like saying, I'm desperate, I need your help, I need your counseling, and gets invited inside. Eventually we see the man sitting like he's sleeping, and then his head tilts like this, and you see his face is completely ripped off, everything in his ears off, everything's eye, and then we see a courtroom and a judge saying, if it was up to me, you would get the death penalty, but you pleaded insanity, so you have to stay until you're fit to get back into society. And then you see two hands grabbing each other like they're happy because they're not gonna be torn apart. So basically you have Edmund Yates and Deborah Yates. Now that was a couple. You have Jackie Yates, who is the daughter of Edmund, but the stepdaughter of Deborah. It's Edmund had, a Jackie with another woman, and Jackie has a foster kid living with her called Debbie, a messed up little fucked up girl, and Deborah is this. She does this, and that was what the guy was saying. I need your counseling. She's a tarot reader, with the cards, and she, at some point, there's this woman coming for a tarot reading, and she's very friendly in the beginning, and then she starts to get unhinged, and she starts to question things. She starts to ask her private stuff, and getting more and more unhinged, and then she starts to smile, and her eyes keep like this, and it's creepy as hell. And then we see fade to black. We see her covering up the body, but not the head. We see her taking a fucking drill machine, and we see her drilling in the head, and meanwhile her head is going, there's blood squirting in her face, and she's doing like this. I mean, imagine Mrs. Voorhees from Friday the 13th, full tilt mode, Mrs. Voorhees. This is times 10. Same kind of age, times 10. She is completely fucked up. Apparently she's a partial cannibal. She's not like full-on cannibal. She does eat pieces of her victims, but it's more like a badge of honor. She takes a piece of her victims and she can say this is another kill. It's like that. That's her mentality. And then Edmund doesn't know about what's happening. He thinks his wife is still okay. Jackie brings her these packages with apparently slaughterhouse meat, but raw, like brain matter and eyeballs and things. And she knows she's gonna eat it because she knows she has this problem that she knows that that she was locked up for cannibalism. She killed 6 people in the past, and she knew that her father was an accomplice, but she knew he wasn't a cannibal or messed up like that. He just protected his wife. That's the gist of it. And that's why they took each other's hands in the courtroom, because they're so in love with each other that even when Edmund finds out that she's killing again, it's completely fucked up. At some point, another woman arrives. She's doing a tarot reading, and she again gets creepier and creepier when she's doing it. And then she says something like, "You're going to die," and then and she says, "What? What?" And the woman says, "What is this? I paid a lot of money for this." And she throws her, "I don't need your filthy money, you cunt." And she's like, "Okay," and she's going to the door. She can't open it. She locked it. You see her coming with a fire poker that's just came out of the fireplace, and she stabs her with it through the gut. We see her pulling it out. The blood squirts on her face, and you see this big charred hole, and then her husband arrives and sees her sitting over the body, and she's like, "She's not dead yet. She's not dead yet, Edmund." And then she starts hitting the fucking woman 10 fucking times with the fire poker in her face until the fucking face is complete mush, and Edmund standing there completely flabbergasted. He's completely like, he's almost having a heart attack. He says, "Not again, Deborah, not again." And you've got a lot of these sort of kills in this movie. So what you're gonna get is a lot of gore. You're gonna get a pitchfork kill that's pretty gory. You're gonna get another drill kill that's super gory. You've got a really creepy and grimy, gritty England, London. But Deborah and Edmund live in a rural area in a cottage where they are alone, and Jackie gets tangled up in this, and Edmund is trying to protect her daughter, but at the same time protecting his wife. This movie has real creepiness to it. It has such a creepy vibe that not only the killer is not the only one who makes it creepy. London itself looks creepy and gritty and grimy, and Deborah Yates is like Mrs. Voorhees times 10. Completely fucked up. Completely fucked up. And this movie, you've got, like I said, extreme gore, especially for a movie from 1974, and an ending that I'm not gonna spoil, but let's say it's pretty anticlimactic. It's a real. You gotta watch this one. It's Frightmare 1974. I'm giving it a 6.5, maybe even a 7. It's just, you know what, I'm giving it a 7. It's just a great slasher, a 70s slasher movie. You got gore, you got a really creepy killer in Deborah Yates. You've got a twist at the end that you didn't see coming. You've got a creepy environment in the cottage in a rural area where this mist is hanging over the grass, and London itself is looking gritty, grimy, and creepy. I mean, London is a beautiful town, don't get me wrong, but it's how they show it, it's like in Maniac, the slasher movie Maniac, they show New York to be gritty, sleazy, but it isn't, but they make it that way. But it's just a really good slasher movie, and a really creepy one. You've got to get, and the acting is top notch. Deborah Yates, the killer, and Edmund too, they are perfect with each other. Edmund is, when he finds out he's basically in panic mode, but you see clearly that Deborah can't do all of that without Edmund. She needs him. She can't live without him. And Jackie, she's a good actress. Even the Debbie, the foster kid. You've got Debbie. She's a foster kid that Jackie took in her home, but she's completely, she's fucked up. She takes drugs, beats people up with a group of youngsters, hoodlums, and so Jackie has also all these problems she has to fix, and she has to bring these packages with like meat from the slaughterhouse, but meat that they don't use, like brain matter, eyes, that shit. And she knows it's for Deborah because she's gonna eat it. It's just, it's a fucked up movie. Actually, it's a really fucked up movie. Because man, and you can watch it on YouTube. It's free on YouTube, by the way. So you have to see this one. Creepy killer, Mrs. Voorhees times 10. I shit you not. Gore, like a lot of gore, more than Friday the 13th Part 1, Part 2. This is just, a splatter fest almost. Acting is top notch. You really feel for Edmund, but at the same time, he doesn't want to leave his wife. Jackie's great. Debbie, that little fucked up foster kid, she's great as a fucked up foster kid, like a hoodlum, basically, you know. And then you get a twist at the end that's super creepy. And these are all positives. The only negative part in this movie is a guy named Graham, who's a psychiatrist that Jackie is seeing, is dating, but he's really, how do I put it? He's really demanding, and he's always poking in her private life, and he's you know, he's trying to, yeah, he's too much, and when he doesn't get his way, he yells, and I didn't like that character. If he's a fucking psychiatrist, I don't want to see that man. I don't want to give him fucking money to get just yelled at your fucking face. For it's like, hey, hello, everything okay? It's like, no, you fucking asshole. No, I mean, he gets that way, and that was a stupid character, but he gets his comeuppance. Let's put it that way. I mean, I'm gonna stop it here because I can go on and go on about this movie. It's, like I said, it's a great movie for you slasher fans. You know, you have to understand it's the 70s slasher movies. They're all very rare. You don't have a lot of them, and this one, I guarantee you're gonna like. If you're a slasher fan, you're gonna like this one. If you're a horror fan, you're gonna like this one. Frightmare 1974, free on YouTube. Just type it in. So see it, subscribe, and let's make it creepy. See you later. Bye.